Carter. I'm one of the Mountain Shakers from Shake the Mountain Movement, and today is Worship Wednesday. We've been going over relationships and having a relationship with God and just building and working on a relationship, and we'll get back to that, but something that we've been going over in my church on Sundays is letting it go. Letting whatever someone has done to you, or whatever you've been through, or whatever hurt, harm, or anything that has happened to you, letting it go. And I just want to share that with you guys this week, the importance of kind of letting it go and just getting over it and just removing yourself from holding that frustration, holding that animosity, that anger towards anybody that has ever done anything to you to hurt you. A short story, I dealt with the same thing in my life personally. Long story short, years I've held on to it. I even called myself forgiving the individual. It was one of those things where I said I forgave them, but then I was like, okay, God, it's your turn. Go ahead and put your judgment on them. They deserve to get whatever it needs to happen to them. So I really didn't let that situation go. Long story short, I allowed God to work on me and to finally fully remove that issue out of my heart. And once God did that, I just began to pray and just began to ask God to release it. Once I let it go, I kid you not, the day that I prayed that morning, and as soon as I was done praying, of course, one of the things that is glued to my hands is my cell phone. I go to check my cell phone, and that individual that did that thing to me asked us for forgiveness. They said that they were sorry about what they did, and they completely apologized for everything that they ever did. I'm not saying that God's going to do exactly that same type of thing with you, but I can't tell you the amount of weight that just lifted off of my shoulders by me just letting that situation go and placing it in God's hands. It wasn't even anything about God giving them back or God doing anything. It was just the fact that God just released that weight off of my shoulders, and I no longer had to worry about that. So I say all that to tell you that in order for you to fully dig into worship with God, in order for you to fully dig into the presence and into that relationship with God, you have to let stuff go. You have to get over it. You have to not let it bother you anymore, not let it weigh you down, because you can't dig into the presence of God. God will not come into that presence. He will not be allowed in that presence if you have unforgiveness in your heart. It says it clear as day in the book of Matthew. If you can't forgive someone who's offended you, then how do you expect God to forgive you? So I definitely want you guys just to let anything that has ever happened to you go, so you can work on your relationship, so you can strengthen your worship, and so you can just move on in life. So with that being all said, again, let it go, get over it, all that tied into one. I love you guys. I'll see you guys next Wednesday. You guys have a blessed Worship Wednesday.